Hello class, today we're going to talk about the perpendicular bisectors of a triangle. So you should have Geogebra open on your laptop, and I'm going to move pretty quickly, but you can pause this video at any time. So the first thing I'd like you to do is turn off your axes. You can do that by right-clicking and clicking on axis. If your grids are up, I'd also like you to turn those off, so you can turn that off from the same location. Next, we're going to make a triangle. So go to the fifth icon over and select Polygon, and from the drop-down menu you're going to select Polygon. And place 3 points on the screen, anywhere you like, and then you have to reconnect the last one back to point A. From here we're going to generate the perpendicular bisectors. So you go to the fourth icon over and select perpendicular bisector, and you're going to click on point A and then click on point B. Next you click on point B and then on point C, and you can do the same thing for side AC. This creates the perpendicular bisectors of each segment. So now we have 3 lines. Notice that they all meet at a point. This point, we call it the circumcenter of the triangle. Okay, the circumcenter of the triangle. So we'll take a text box and place it in your triangle here and write circumcenter. Okay, so you should have it labeled. Okay, we're going to make this circumcenter. We're actually going to make it a point. So you go to the second one over, choose the point, go to the drop-down menu and click intersect. And you can click on any of your lines. Notice how they highlight. So you click and then you click on the other one and it makes point D there in the middle. From here we're going to create the segments that go from D to A, from D to B, and from D to C. So for this you go to the third icon over and select segment. You're going to click on D and A, click on D and then click on B, and then click on D and click on C. Okay, this generates 3 line segments that go from A to D, from B to D, and from D to C. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to look at the length of each of these line segments, and you should be answering the corresponding questions on your worksheet. For this, you go to the 8th one over, click the drop-down menu, and choose distance or length. All you have to do here is highlight the line segment, and a distance will pop up next to it. Okay, now take some time and compare these distances on your worksheet. I would also like you to click on the Move button at this time and move the triangle around and observe what happens with the distances. Okay, at any point during this you can move the triangle around to explore and to answer the questions that are on your worksheet. The last thing that I'd like you to put on here is I'd like you to put on a circle, and we're going to choose circle with center through point. This is the 6th icon over, and it's the top button. First thing you do is select your center, which will be point D, and then select one of the 3 vertices on the triangle. Okay, observe what happens with this circle. Notice how the circle goes through each of the vertices, and kind of think about why this makes sense, and you'll answer that question on your worksheet. From here, you're going to take your diagram and you're going to send it to me. How you will do this is you will click on File, click on Export, and I'd like you to export it as a PNG. Alright, and you're going to save it. Okay, save it, and then send it to me in a Google email, so through your Google Drive. I'll put my Google email right on this here, and so you have it to send it to me. It is Rebecca Spencer at ga.ozark.k12.mo.us. Okay, so this is where you will send it to me. Before I forget, you also need to put your name on the document so that I know who it belongs to. Okay, so I put my name, but you need to put your name. Alright, hope you've enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing your constructions.